on this computer. Oh, so official sounding. Okay. Let me share my screen. And is that maybe? Okay. All right. So for Abby here in person and for everybody else who's going to catch this on the recording, you can see this, right, Abby?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. We kind of thought as coaches, like when we started coaching, I seriously like had no idea. So that's where the what the F is coaching, because I had in my mind, first of all, that network marketing was like a pyramid scheme. You could not make money doing it. And when my coach approached me, I was a hard no. But then I did the workouts and I loved them. I was losing weight. I was becoming healthier. I wanted the discount and people were noticing. And so that's why I started coaching. So that's kind of what we're going to chat about, is just what is coaching and what it means for you, really. So a little bit about me, if you guys don't know me. I am a mom to 2 kids, Henley and Lauren, and I've been married to my husband, Andy, for, 14 years. I played basketball, volleyball in high school and college. And so I was always an athlete. And I think that's where I really struggled after having Lauren, kind of having to ditch all the volleyball, as much as we were playing, at volleys and things like that. And so I was really losing my identity as a person. I was a high school English teacher and journalism teacher for 14 years. And I love biking, reading, coffee, all food. That's my jam. So I needed something that wasn't going to restrict what I could eat, because seriously, food is life. So before coaching, like I said, I love being active, but I really had lost all the motivation when I had kids. I just felt super busy with work and being a mom. And I felt like I just wasn't maintaining my physical health. And I really liked my job as a teacher. I love the kids, but there's so much else that goes into teaching, right? And so by the end of the day, I had no energy for anything else. And my daughter at the time, my older daughter, was really struggling with anxiety, and I wasn't able to be there for her as much as I wished I could, because I had to teach during the day. So that was in the back of my head. I also felt like I wasn't living up to my true potential, but I didn't know what I wanted to do to create a change. I loved what I was doing, but there was something missing, and I just didn't know what that was. And then the last day of the school year, I had a panic attack at work. I was way overstressed and my body just kind of shut down. And I think that was really eye-opening to show me that I needed a change. So I called my coach up, or I'm sorry, at that time I was a coach, but I called my coach up and told her I was ready to do this for real. So the clarity kind of set in for me, and I really thought deeply about it. Coaching would allow me to be home with my kids more. For me, that was a goal. For a lot of people, for most coaches, leaving their career is not what they want. So many of our top coaches, they don't want to leave their career. They absolutely love it. Coaching is just a side gig that they do that brings in a nice additional income for them. So don't think just because I left my job and that was my goal, that has to be your goal too. For me, I did want more time freedom. Again, as a mom to 2 kids, I was in a place in my life where I wanted the choice to have a flexible schedule, and coaching has allowed me to do that. And the other thing that I really liked is, for coaching, your earnings are kind of up to you. The harder you work, the more you put in, the more you're going to make. And with teaching, that wasn't an opportunity. I was busting my ass every day, and I just kind of made the same amount. Even though the guy next to me was doing absolutely nothing in his classroom, we were making the same amount of money. And that was so frustrating to me. So coaching was an additional income that I could work for. And the harder I worked, the more I made. And it all brings me to why I'm here tonight. And that's just to share about, what Beachbody really is and why it's a blessing. And it can mean something different for every single coach. This is a picture from Summit in Indianapolis a couple years ago with my uplines team and a few of our team members too from Rise and Slay. And every single person in that picture is a different rank. Every single person makes a different amount of money. But I think truly what we all have and what we all share is a passion for feeling our best, being healthy, and just sharing that opportunity with people, whether they want to join us with coaching or just get healthier physically. That's a pretty good feeling. So a coach is super simply put, someone who wants to share the ultimate solution that is Beachbody. So we have the workouts, we have the nutrition, we have the products, we have the community, which for me is the biggest part. And I think that's why Beachbody is growing so much. It's up, gosh, I think 300% from the start of COVID, which obviously COVID, everything shut down. And so people were doing Beachbody more, but it's growing even now. And I really think it's just because it's all in one. Nutrition is so key, but you also should be moving your body, but you also need to have that community to keep yourself going. And so probably you are here, whether live or watching the recording, because you've experienced success with Beachbody and your nutrition, and you're interested in spreading the word because it makes you feel good. And so why wouldn't you want your friends and your family to feel that way too? And it's also really important in my mind, because obesity rates are climbing at such an alarming rate. And really, I look at my own family, my extended family primarily, and a lot of them are like certifiably obese. And it's scary to me. I don't want, my brother to have a heart attack. I want him to be around for as long as possible. My parents, my cousins, my aunts and uncles, and it can extend to friends too. And I just think that some people don't have the tools or the knowledge. And so that's why we're here. And we'll see if it goes. So this is kind of a map showing over the years, like the increase in obesity rates. And that dark red is 35% or more of the population falling into obesity. So you can see in just 7 years, the rate is climbing at just this alarming speed. And if we as a community don't help each other to learn about nutrition, I think is number one, to learn how to move your body, and that you can move your body in a fun way. You don't have to go to the gym. I think so many people are intimidated by that, especially maybe older women. And so there's definitely a solution for everyone when it comes to Beachbody. Let me see what's going to get me back to there. Yep. Okay. Nope. Let's try this again. Okay, there we go. So as a coach, your number one job is to take care of you, because if you are not happy, both physically and mentally, like there's no point in this. This gig is supposed to make you feel good. And so first and foremost, do your workout, drink your Shakeology, energize, recover, show your results with people. You do not have to be perfect, of course. You just have to be present for yourself first, because if you're showing up for yourself, and yes, we do show this on social media because that's the only way people will know what you're doing. But if they see that, oh, she can do it too, and I know her, and she's kind of like me, I think I can do this too. So take care of you first and foremost. The second thing, like I mentioned, is share your story, and share it from day one. So many people that are interested in coaching or thinking about it are scared to start because they haven't hit their goal weight, or they're just nervous for one reason or another. But share that day one. Tell people, I am nervous as hell. I don't know what I'm doing. I just about collapsed on my workout, and I'm not perfect on nutrition. But that's so real and raw, and that's what people want to see. And that's why they're going to join you, because they're going to have a day one too. And they know now that you had your own day one. People like to see you raw and not perfect all the time. And then connect and serve. So we seek out people who need our products to live a better life, serve their needs with compassion and connection. So in other words, coaching does come with a lot of rejections. Any sales do, right? Not everyone's going to be ready for Beachbody at that exact moment that you ask them. And that's okay. It has nothing to do with you as a coach. It just has to do with them and their journey. We will continue sharing. We'll continue being compassionate with people's lifestyle and what they're going through. But I promise, if you keep showing up and you keep reaching out, eventually those people will say yes to you. And I have people on our team who I invited them 3-4 years ago, and they're just now reaching out saying they're ready. So you don't know when a person's going to need you to be in their corner as their coach, but eventually they probably will. So things we are not professional trainers. So don't feel like you need to know everything about the entirety of Beachbody On Demand is huge. There's workouts, there's yoga, there's stretching, there's meditations, the nutrition center, there's so much in there. You do not have to be an expert. You just have to show them the tools so they can find what they're looking for, show them what you are doing, help them do what you are doing. And then, they're adults, they'll figure it out and they can use those resources. Also, the nutrition experts, no, you don't need to be a nutrition expert either. You can become master certified. If you love Portion Fix or 2B Mindset, you can get certified in it. I'm certified in Portion Fix, and I think it took me, I want to say just a few days to go through the videos and the tests that you have to do, and it wasn't hard. You just have to obviously pay attention. But again, these people are adults. You're giving them the resources. The ball is in their court for them to watch the videos and to learn about their nutrition. And you're just there to model it for them and help answer their questions. Or if you don't know how to answer their questions, just direct them to how to find it. Or you can always ask me too. And we are also not a scary salesperson. For me personally, this was like the main reason why I nearly did not sign up. I was a teacher. I did not want to reach out to people. I felt salesy. I felt like, I didn't want people to feel like they had to buy something from me. And it was my very first invite outside of my neighbors. Like, I really spent the first 6 months. I was not on social media for 6 months at all because of my fear and my limiting self-beliefs. But my neighbors were seeing me lose weight, my teachers I worked with, so they were joining. But then it kind of like all those people were already joined. I had nobody else to go to. I needed to go on social media. So I did. My first invite was to a high school basketball teammate of mine. And she also did a network marketing. It was for a different company. But I'll never forget, I reached out and my invite said something like, hey, Kristen, I don't want to seem salesy, but I just started working out with Beachbody and I'd love for you to join our boot camp. And she responded very kindly. She's like, hey, I'm not ready at this time, but can I give you some advice from a fellow network marketer? And she said, do you love these products? And I said, yes, I really do. She said, good, then you're not salesy. You're reaching out, just trying to get people to do something that you love, just like you would if you love a restaurant, if you love a sale at a store, which I'm constantly doing, and you probably are too. And so you're not selling, you're serving. And you almost have to think of it too, like I think of so many people that I've talked to in our Fit Club and boot camp. What if I hadn't reached out to them, how their lives would be different? I've had a couple coaches actually say that, not a couple, one person actually said to me that she wasn't sure, if she would be around if I hadn't have reached out. And, you can use your imagination what that means, but she was going through a really, really hard time in life. And Beachbody just happened to come right exactly when she needed it. So where would she be had I not reached out? I don't know. Where would I be if my coach hadn't reached out? I'd probably still be teaching and unhappy and burnt out and feeling guilty of not being able to help my kids. So you need to reach out. They want you to reach out. Also, there's so much fun, you guys. We love having fun. Team gatherings, you may have saw last week at our Cedar Rapids Summit. Usually for Summit, we're somewhere amazing. Because of COVID, we've had to stay home a lot more, but we love to hang out as a team locally. And if you're not local, obviously there's bigger gatherings, quarterly events that we go to that we can meet up in various locations, but it's just really fun being part of a community. And there's our team's community, and then the bigger Beachbody community is also just this energy. And even though all coaches are technically competition, I guess, we're not. We're always helping each other. We're always there to teach each other and help each other grow. You also get Success Club prizes. So if you hit your business goals, which generally it's to help at least 3 people in a month, then you get free swag, which who doesn't love free swag? I think this year I've got a hat, a long sleeve shirt, and a backpack cooler I just got today in the mail. So it's just, they're giving you free stuff just for helping people. And if you're a new coach, if you help 3 people in a month, if you help 3 people in a month, 3 out of your first 6 months as a coach, you get a free ticket to Summit. And that's a $230 value, which is awesome. We're going to St. Louis next year in July. We already have it booked. We already have the hotels booked. And so if you earn that, you just earn your spot. And it is an energy unlike anything else. I can't even describe. It is literally 30,000 coaches. We shut down the city. We work out in the city streets. It's insane. And you're live face to face with Autumn Calabrese, Sean T, like they're all there. So it's pretty cool. And you also have the opportunity to travel to the Success Club trip. So as you're earning Success Club, you're earning points and like literally money toward a trip. This year it's in Riviera Maya. This trip in 2021 that's just happened was canceled, unfortunately. But again, hopefully next year everything will be live. And so you can be earning money towards that trip. So facing your fears, something, like it's just so scary, at least when I started, is the first thing is I don't have time. And I think a lot of people think that whether, you're becoming a pharmacist and you don't know where in the heck you're going and all this homework, or whether you're a mom to 4 kids, or maybe you're pregnant with twins. I have a coach doing that right now. Time is always our biggest valuable asset. And it's important to utilize your time. And what I found, I was working over full time, 2 young kids, coaching my daughter's basketball, is that I just had to focus and really prioritize. And so I took out The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. I took out Real Housewives of wherever. I watched them all. I really didn't watch much TV for the first year as a coach while I was building my business. And that was fine for me. I loved this more. And I just got such a thrill out of helping people become healthier and making money off of that. Great, sign me up. So I put the TV on hold for a year. Now I get to watch Bachelor and The Real Housewives again because, as with any job, the first year is always the hardest, right? Also, we talked about, I don't want to come across as salesy, but again, we're serving, we're not selling anything. People don't have to buy this if they don't want to, but what we're giving them is such a value that really, I think it's for everyone. The third thing is I have no idea what to do to begin. And that's why we're here talking about it. And I am here for you. If I'm not your coach is here for you. My upline is there for you. We are all here for you. I have resources for you to use from day one. I can, show you how to invite people. I can show you how to sign people up. And eventually, you're just going to gain knowledge. At first, there's so much to take in. It's overwhelming. And that's what I never want you to feel, is so overwhelmed that you're going to stop, right? So express that to me. If you're feeling overwhelmed, just tell me and we will break it down. We will keep it simple for you. And also another thing, and my husband really, when I told him I wanted to coach, he's like, oh gosh, you drank the Kool-Aid. And I said, I did, because the energy I felt from my team, Shakeology made me feel so great. Yes, I think I want to do this. And it sounded so crazy. And I admitted that it sounded crazy. And I really thought, can people make money doing this? And yes, the answer is yes, you can. Everyone makes a different amount. Our top coaches are making $1 million a year, all the way down to a discount coach where maybe you help one person a month and you make $50 a month. It's really your choice. And again, that's the beauty in it. Is $1 million a year definitely going to happen for you? Probably not. But even if you fail that by half, even if you fail that by a quarter, you're still going to do great for yourself. And so really, again, it's just building on every single year, because this really is not a get rich quick business. That I can tell you. But again, when I started off with teaching, I think my first year I made $24,000 that year. That was my salary. And obviously it grew as I kept going, right? Same here. Each year I've been a coach, I've made more money. So how do we make money? First of all, it's not a pyramid scheme. Pyramid schemes, you would have to pay me to be on my team. You don't have to pay me. You don't have to do anything if you don't want to do it. And so this is how it works. Basically, at the top, how to achieve rank. You would start as a coach. If you are active, that means you're buying 50 point volume. I'll get into that later. Worth of product. So maybe you get Shakeology a month, or Energize and Collagen, something like that. You don't have to, but if you do, you're called an active coach. Once you get 2 people under you, then you become an Emerald coach. And these 2 coaches could just be for the discount, or they could want to sell with you. That's totally up to them. Ruby is when you have 2 Emeralds and an additional 2 people. And an active Diamond, and actually that Ruby is wrong. You only need 1 Emerald coach. An active Diamond is when you have 2 Emeralds and 4 coaches under you, or I'm sorry, and 3 additional coaches under you. And Diamond is a nice rank to hit, just because you get a pay increase for your quarterly bonus or your weekly bonus. And it really just shows that you're a leader on your team. It also helps our larger team. Whenever anyone rank advances, it helps our larger team. And this is something we'll talk about later, but you can also advance to what's called a team builder, team leader, a premier coach, and an elite coach. And as a team, if we hit premier or elite, we will be going on a Diamond retreat. We will be doing these fun things together. So it really just, like, when you work hard, you're helping everyone on your team. And when they work hard, you're earning more money too. So again, we make money by selling products and challenge packs to new and existing customers. And so you earn a commission on anything you sell. And then you also earn a weekly bonus. And that bonus gets bigger and bigger as you go on, because the more customers you have, the more money they're bringing in for you. And so it's kind of nice. Like sometimes when I go on vacation and I have not done any inviting or any Beachbody work at all, I'm still making a good paycheck just because they're still ordering product. So that's kind of nice. And you also earn when you bring new coaches onto our team. And this is my favorite part. Obviously, I've met so many amazing people that have become my best friends. And, you know, that's why we're here tonight, to see if this tribe, our squad, is for you too. The bottom was the average Beachbody earnings in 2017. And you can see, like, as you rank advanced, the average earnings increase. So really it's up to you. I have followed these average earnings. And then where it says Star Diamond at the bottom, the reason it jumps so much is you can be a 1-star diamond, which is what I am, or you can be a 15-star diamond plus, 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 plus. So like I said, some people make a lot of money. The highest earner that year made $3 million that year, all the way down to 124,000. So those are just averages. Okay, so all of that. Abby, you're my only live one here. Do you have any questions? And if you're watching the recording, please comment, leave me, questions, or message me directly. Anything you can think of or have off the top of your head?
Oh, that was a lot.
That was a lot. Yes.
Yeah.
And that's,
I don't know.
Yeah, and you may not have anything now. That's totally fine. I'm putting you on the spot. But it is a lot right away. Like, there's a lot to take in. But bottom line, you can forget really everything we talked about and just focus on reaching out to people. Do you have a friend who you think would like to do this with you? Just ask her. Sending out those simple invites, That's all you have to do in the beginning. Some of my new coaches, they post to their stories, but they've never made a post on social media itself. Like on Instagram or Facebook, they just do stories and they're doing great.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like you have to, just go nuts at the beginning. You can post to social, you can make it, a big deal about it, but you can approach it how you want to approach it. And it's really just as simple as inviting people to do it. So. Okay. Any other questions?
How many people do you have under you?
So for coaches, I think I have 60 coaches. And then for customers, about 250 plus, because actually it's probably more like 400 if I'm being honest. So the other nice thing is when you're Emerald, an active Emerald coach, people can buy Beachbody just like on beachbody.com without a coach. And so Beachbody distributes those.
Yeah, that's what I did at first.
Oh yeah, okay.
Before you were my coach, I had some random chick. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I was like, yay.
Yeah. True. I didn't do much for her.
Okay, well, and she maybe didn't even reach out to you,
She didn't, no.
Yeah. And sometimes, so those are called your leads, and leads are tough. But I will say, sometimes leads will get you Success Club points and you have no idea where they came from, and then you figure it out and you're like, yay, this person I don't even know. And I've had a couple leads become coaches. So you just don't ever know when they're going to help you. But if they order product a second time, that's going to, be part of your volume and help you make money. So I think, but I've been doing this, 4 years now. So, when I started my first challenge group was like 4 people, and it was just the 5 of us working out, but it was really a lot of fun. And 2 of them became coaches that are still on the team. So, you know, you have to start somewhere and then you build up to it. Any other questions?
What does like a day look like for you? I know it'll look different than if
Right.
I like engage in coaching, because obviously I'll be a pharmacist, but
Right.
like,
Yeah.
what do you all do?
So I think a typical day for me, especially when I was teaching, because I think most people, will be working, is I would wake up early at like 5:15. I would literally drink my Energize in the bathroom while I was changing into my clothes so it could kick in.
I already do that.
Yeah,
So.
exactly. You know how it is. I would get that workout in first and foremost. Then I would take my kids to school and I would get to school. I would try to get to my job a little early, and then I would make my workout video. I would tape myself working out, which, let me tell you, the first time I ever did that, I wanted to vomit because I felt like such a moron. But really, every coach ahead of me said, you have to do it, because if you don't, people want to see you. They want to see you whether you're failing, red in the face, sweating like crazy. Because again, they see themselves in you. You're showing them you, but they see them too. So I would hurry up and do that. I would teach. On my lunch break, I would story some more. And really, at my job, I always would take Shakeology into work. I would always use my containers when I brought my lunch. And I had almost every teacher in our high school as part of a Beachbody team, because they were asking questions like, what's that? Or I would give them a sample of Shakeology or Energize. So that was what my day looked like. And then after school, I would get my schoolwork done. Again, I would stay 15 minutes later and just send out invites. My goal was 3 invites a day. So at the end of my workday, I would invite 3 people and then I would go home. And really, that's all I did at the beginning. And have conversations in person with people I worked with, my neighbors, things like that. Now, it's planning ahead the week, like on a Sunday or Monday, I'll look at my week ahead. What do I want to post on social? Usually I want to do like 4 times a week, and you want to have a theme to that week. Am I talking about motivation, and am I talking about nutrition? How can I serve my audience? So I'm thinking of recipes or things like that. But you only want to invite to Beachbody on your social media like once a week. Then just share, like, do you love dogs? Maybe you're a taco person. Like, maybe you love wine. You also want to show people that you're a real human being and post about that stuff. So definitely making a plan for posts and pictures. Inviting is huge. Storying is huge on social media, just again, so people can see what you're doing each day. Show them yourself using the containers, or like I said, your workouts or anything like that. The biggest thing I didn't do at the beginning was I was so afraid, so I didn't talk about the coaching opportunity. So I feel like me as a coach, I could have ranked advanced faster had I talked more about coaching and been open to that. But that's something else that I try to do once a week on social, is talk about coaching. And really, other than that, I can grab this. So Beachbody has compiled a tracker. So this is the business activity tracker. And the top few coaches, they interviewed them all and they asked, what do you do in a day? Tell me everything you do in a day for your business. They combined everything and they came up with this list. And it's broken up into 4 sections of what these coaches do that are finding success. And so number 1 is work out and drink Shakeology. Then you're going to initiate and add people on social media. So every day I will follow, and 30 is the number on Instagram. Otherwise Instagram kind of can shut you down, but I'll follow 30 people. So I might go to a friend's account who's not a Beachbody coach, and I'm going to follow 30 of her friends. I'm just judging a book by the cover. I'm looking at their picture. And if they look kind of like me or somebody who might fit into our squad, I'm going to follow them. Okay. And I'm doing the same on Facebook. Facebook, you just go to find friends. It's going to pop up people who you have, mutual friends with. If we have more than 10 mutual friends and they look like somebody I would like, I'm going to follow them. Then I'm going to go back to those people. I'm going to make a list and I'm going back and I am commenting on their stuff. I am liking their pictures. I am watching their stories. And I'll do that with somebody for like a month, because I'm not just going to like follow someone and then invite them. like, hey, you don't know me at all, but will you be on my team? No, I want to do a little something first, create a little bit of a relationship. So that's on there too. Social media posting, story posting, responding to people. If they like and comment on your social media, definitely comment back to them. Inviting, following up is huge. So most of the time you are going to invite people and they're not going to say anything. But I promise you, following up with people, I like to give them 2 or 3 days and just say, hey, if you're like me, you read this message when you were in line at Target or some other busy moment, I'd love to hear back from you either way, because I really think you'd love being in our boot camp. And a lot of times people will respond back like, oh my gosh, yes, sorry, I meant to respond, I just didn't. I would love to follow you. So the follow-up is huge. And then contributing to your challenge group. As a new coach, you can totally decide. I have some new coaches who immediately wanted to start their own group, and you can do that on Facebook or BOD groups. Or I have coaches who want to stay with me until they reach diamond rank. When you hit diamond rank, I'm probably going to kick you out of the nest, because that means you're a leader and you're ready to go. But again, I have coaches who do it both ways, and whatever you're comfortable with. But definitely contributing to your challenge group, or if you're in my challenge group, messaging your people, checking in how they're doing. Some people are going to post in the group a lot. Some people are not going to post at all, and that's okay. Everyone is so different. And so that's the power of those personal messages, checking in with people to see where they are at. Recognizing achievement of your coaches is great, or your customers. Again, it just reinvigorates them and it inspires everyone else. And the last one is engaging in personal development. And so it's funny, like as an English teacher, I had never read a self-help book, but my coach was like, you have to do it. And so I did it, and my mind was blown. And I've read so many books. There's so many wonderful ones out there. But one of the first ones I read that really changed my mindset was You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. Have you read it? Yes. It just is amazing. And it's like, you know what? Hell yeah. Why not me? Why can't I do this? Why am I hiding in the shadows? What am I scared of? And I really think through Beachbody, I have overcome my fear of being judged by others. You're going to be judged by lots of people your whole life. Who cares? They're not buying my vacation to Riviera Maya. They're not letting me stay home with my kids, and really, to be honest, I thought I was going to get a whole lot more crap than I did. One person has been negative, and he wasn't even negative to me. He's negative to my husband, and he went bankrupt. So, screw you. Like, maybe you should be a coach and you could get more money for yourself. So anyway, I think that personal development is huge. Journaling, because coaching's like anything else. I think sometimes life is always up and down, right? Some weeks you're feeling like you look good, you're on top of the world, your job's going great, and other weeks you feel like a complete utter failure and you don't know what's wrong with you. And so it's the same as life, right? But if you are journaling, I've incorporated meditation and reading these things, hopefully you'll be able to talk yourself down. Maybe one week you get 5 people that say yes to you and you're like, yes, I am the best coach in the whole company. This is great. And then the next week you have nobody and everyone's saying no. And so it really is a balancing act. And I think at first those no's, those rejections are a little harder to not take personal. But now, to me, like, our goal as coaches, go get 100 no's, because you might get 5 yeses out of 100 no's. Great. And all of those people, all of those no's are just little seeds that you've planted. Those are people that are now going to start watching you. They're paying closer attention, and you're in their radar now. And so you never know when that no is going to become a yes, and it probably will. Just coming from experience, it will probably be a yes. So yeah, I really try, but rarely do I check off all of these in a day. There's usually a couple I don't get to, especially in the summer when my kids are home because they're nuts. But that's the goal. And, the top coaches, I would say, yes, they do this, times 10. That's why they're making $3 million a year. So it's up to you. If you want to do all of these and just, invite 30 people a day, you're going to experience results a lot faster than if you invite 3 people a day. So yeah, it's just dependent on your time, how you want to use it, and where you're at. So
That makes sense. I was gonna ask how you like found me. Sorry. my
yeah,
bad.
I don't even
But
remember. Yeah, it was probably like how I found
I
you on
know it was.
social.
I think it was through Instagram, but I was like, okay, this Beachbody coach. Did she find me because I'm using Beachbody or?
No, well, I think you're friends. Are you friends with my cousin Kaylee or Tessie?
I probably both of them.
Right.
Yeah.
So I probably went on their Instagram, and you were like, "Oh, she looks super cute. I'm gonna follow her." And that's how you meet. You know, you would be what we would call cold market, people you don't yet know. But that's what Beachbody is all about, and it's so cool because teams will come together, and everybody has this story. Like, I have no idea who this person is, and we just met yesterday, but we're best friends. So, like, that's how it goes. And but yeah, I think that's probably how I found you.
I had some other random chick. I still have her on Instagram, but she has messaged me a lot, and I finally was like, yeah, like, okay, she wanted me to come to some coaching info thing, and I was like, well, I'm already a coach technically.
Yeah.
I was like, not really. And I have an amazing one. She goes, oh, okay, great. I was like,
yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Who is that? Do you remember?
Kayla Fit. Kayla Fit.
I wonder who it is.
Let me get on.
I hope it's not Kayla Crane Fit, because she's my coach. That'd be weird.
She's she's probably in her 20s still.
Okay, no,
let me show you. But I don't think she's like from Iowa, so I have no idea. I was a really random find for her. Kind of hard to see.
Okay, I don't know her, yeah. But yeah, I mean, who knows? She might have found you from a hashtag. That's another way you can find people. So if you love gardening, you might go to hashtag organic garden, and you're going to see all these people. Those are your people. If you love gardening, those are your people. So follow them. Or hashtag pharmacist, or, yeah, you can find your niche people with hashtags too. So yeah, it's totally random sometimes how people meet.
Yeah, I didn't know if being a coach, there was some sort of system or something. So I was like, this is weird. This girl's found me now too.
Yeah. Nope, we're just creeping on social media. That's pretty much what it is. So
makes sense.
Yeah,
I do that a lot anyways now.
Right?
So.
I know, you might as well make some new friends while you're at it, make some money. But yeah, there's so many people that I see, and sometimes you just get a vibe from a picture. Sometimes it doesn't work out, but sometimes it does. And there's a lot of people. We have people on our team from Maine and Las Vegas and all over.
I was gonna ask you that.
Yep.
So you're not just Iowa. You have people below you from everywhere.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. And so again, when hopefully COVID's gonna be over soon. Oh my God, I'm getting stressed out about it with all this new stuff on the news. But
the new yeah.
But Summit is huge, because then you all come together. And like I said, for some people meet for the very first time there, and you're spending the night with these people you don't really know, but you're together all the time, and it's so much fun. There's quarterly events. The next event I think is October 16th, which is my daughter's birthday. So I'm hoping I'll just have to figure something out. But, we can meet at a central location as a team, or for people who live far away, it's called Super Weekend. They can meet with any other team. So if we have our own, you have to register with Beachbody, and you have to allow other coaches to come in. And that's great. Even if they're not on your team, you're learning together, and it really is just this huge family feel. So it's kind of nice.
Gotcha. So that Super Weekend, what is that? So
Super Weekends are when they're the quarterly events, and we would get together in the past, because for a year and a half, we've had nothing, right, because of COVID. So I was kind of a newer coach. My coach actually quit. So then I went to her upline, and she lives in Wisconsin, and So we've only met once at Summit in 2019. So I kind of don't have as much guidance. She really doesn't run her business very much. So I, instead of having my own super weekend event, I have joined with other coaches in the area. One's from Vinton, one's from Tipton, one's from North Liberty. And so they're like coaches who've been in it longer than me. So we just kind of joined with them, and that's super fun. In Des Moines, there's a huge one where there's tons of teams that come together. That was the first one I ever went to. It was super fun. And then a couple times we did just have it at my house, and that was fine too. So, but you're learning about the business, you're hearing from other coaches, corporate gives you updates, new products, new program launches. So it's just kind of fun to get together and hear what the company's doing.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So kind of like a mini summit in a way when
Exactly.
all those.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I didn't get to listen to all the sections, but
I didn't either. I wish they would have kept them up longer.
yeah, which I was working this last rotation, like the one I'm on now, was at like a long-term care pharmacy. So I was like in a cubicle a majority of the day. So I was like had it on my phone and kind of like had my phone face down in my headphones and just like listening.
I'm not doing anything.
I was like, I'm bored anyways, working on these projects or whatever else.
Yes.
Like I can listen to this in the background.
Heck yeah. Oh yeah. No, and they are. And like the virtual summit is nothing compared to the real summit. Oh my gosh. Real summit, like you're just, like I said, the energy is just crazy. You're with so many coaches, and like for the sessions at Summit, you're broken down by your rank. So if you are an Emerald or a Diamond coach, you go here. If you're 1 or 2 star Diamond, you go here. If you're 5, if you're 3 star to whatever. So they break you down and give you so much good, usable information to take back. How to invite, how to word your stuff, how to take good pictures, how to whatever it is. And there's a ton of trainings too on the Facebook Beachbody Champions page. I don't know if you're a part of that yet.
I requested.
Yes.
I requested to join it.
Good.
I had to find my coach ID number.
Oh, yep. And so there's so many trainings.
I did that like a couple hours ago.
Okay, perfect. So if you go on there, there's going to be trainings all over the place. And you can just even use that magnifying glass to search. Like if you're like, how in the hell do I invite? Just search invite and videos are going to pop up. The National Wake Up Call, that's on Team Beachbody Coach 411. That page, that group or page, and those are really, really good too. And when I first started, I kind of just became obsessed. Like I went to every team call. I listened to every National Wake Up Call. I went back and listened to the old ones. I got on Beachbody Champions and I just did trainings that way. So, but there, then it's you also have to be sure you're not just doing trainings. It's like do a training and then take action immediately, because trainings are fun and interesting and you're learning, but it's also fun to have people say yes and make money, so that's what I would definitely suggest is do a training and then take the action.
Yeah. I feel like I've just been taking everything in lately.
Yes.
Probably should do a little more with it if I want to keep doing this.
Well, and it's a lot right at first. But yeah, and I think the biggest incentive for a new coach is, to take action now rather than wait is that free ticket to Summit, because that's huge. And even if you don't go, even if you don't want to go, at least you have that option, right? Also, if you do, or if you are a success starter, you get to be part of a test group. So on our team, Ashley, Kayla, and Allie hit success starter. And so they're going to be in the test group for job 1. They'll get invited to that in September. Okay. So they get to do it first.
I wondered how they chose those people. Yeah. Like with 9-Week Control Freak and MBF and stuff. Like how you see the people.
Yep. Those are the success starter coaches. So that's fun too. Fun little incentive.
Yeah.
But yeah, just takes reaching out to people and start with people and your friends, your neighbors, your coworkers, and then work out to like high school friends and college friends, and yeah.
Are you excited for the bike, or are you gonna get the bike?
Yes, I think we're going to get it. it's like we're planning to move in like 1 to 2 years, and we have a row machine that we don't really use. So it's like, oh man, it's
Yeah.
gonna be one more thing. But my husband loves biking, and he hasn't done a Beachbody program for a long time. He did P90X, he lost 30 pounds, and then, but he's in construction, so he's just like, he works all day. I get it, but he loves biking.
That's Adam. I can get him to go on a bike ride in the morning, and that's
Yeah.
about it.
All right.
Yeah. Yes, seriously, that's my husband too. So I'm like, well, maybe if we had this bike, he would do it.
Yeah. Well, Adam, we were contemplating a Peloton. I'm like, let's wait till I graduate and I actually have full income.
Yes.
Then I'm like, wait, no, Beachbody's coming out with the bike.
I
It's way
know.
cheaper. We can actually just get it when that
Yes.
bike comes out.
Yes, and I mean, I've seen Peloton, and I think it looks super fun. I've never done a spin class, but I didn't know
Me either.
I didn't know how expensive they are, and it's like $50
Yeah,
a
we
month.
looked into it for your membership
Yeah.
on top of buying the bike. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's crazy, and the mixed bike to me looks just as good. I don't know.
Yeah. And I like the Peloton. You're supposed to have the certain shoes to wear with it to
Oh,
like
okay.
snap them in,
Mhm.
and I'm like, well, then that would kind of suck if Adam and I both wanted to do the bike. We do not have the same size feet. Like,
Right?
one of us
Yeah.
is gonna be uncomfortable, like just in regular tennis shoes, and
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. No,
Yeah, no,
I'm
I like-
excited.
I was excited to be on that, listening to that summit once. I was like, oh,
I know.
This is exciting.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I know. And I think it'll bring in a lot of different people. And I think body will be super interesting too. Like those live classes, there's something about being live that is exciting to me.
yes, I was able to do Friday's workout, about half of it live.
Okay.
I had a meeting at 10. I think I had to get on. Or with my preceptor, so I was like nasty, but I was like, yeah, it's on Zoom. She doesn't know what I've been doing all the
Right? Doesn't matter.
And then Saturday I did the one with Autumn, and I'm like, oh, these are actually really fun. Don't.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. So that'll, I mean,
But
if you, because you have Nutrition Plus now. So I was like using the 30-day free trial and then just canceling it because I didn't feel like I needed it. But if you have it in August, you get to be part of like the test group for body or whatever. So I think I'm going to keep mine and just see what it's all about. But at the same time, that's also
what
when
I like.
645 is going on. So I don't know. Just have to like double up or something. I don't know, because I'm excited about both of them.
yeah, that's true. They didn't plan that out.
How many dogs do you have? 2 or 3? 2. Oh my god.
Every night they have to play.
Mine's just old. I'm surprised he hasn't been hacking and ripping ass. That's pretty much all he does anymore. It's pretty bad.
Ours are young, 1 and 2, so
Oh my
full of
gosh.
energy.
Yes. What kind are they?
Archie's a mini golden doodle, and
Oh.
then she was supposed to be a mini Aussie doodle, but I think she's a toy because she's 10
Like
pounds.
really little.
Not even 10 pounds.
I didn't even know there was an Aussie Doodle. I didn't know that was a thing.
I didn't either. Adam found her.
Aw.
So she was kind of an impulse buy.
Yeah, hey, they're friends now. That's good. They're having fun.
Until
Right.
Archie's like a grumpy old man. But
Yeah. Get off me. Oh, I love dogs. Well, is there any other questions you have or anything? And obviously we can chat whenever.
yeah. And so I don't think so right now.
Okay.
I'll probably reach out if I have questions
Yeah.
about like coaching or getting people to join, that kind of stuff.
Yes. And I literally texted my coach like 3 times a day when I first started, 5 times a day sometimes. So never feel like you're bothering me, because you're not. Like, I love it. It's, whenever you want to text me or message me, it's all good. So, because at first there's so much to know, and you may do something like, it may take you 5 times to, enroll somebody before you have it right. So it's always fine. All right. Well, if there's no other questions, I think I'll end our little get together here. And just always reach out if you need me. And I have full confidence in you. I just think you're going to do great. So,
Thank you for everything.
yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Well, we'll chat soon.
Bye.
See you later.